Hi, and welcome to another Type with me. This week I want to talk about Mandarine decorator-driven MVC framework for Deno, and I want to show you that with a little example, right? So let's go. So Mandarine for Deno is a very great decorator-driven MVC framework. So if you're familiar with Spring MVC in Java or with MVC framework of .NET, then this will also look or feels very similar for you, right? So like I said, it's Typescript all the way down. It uses decorators, of course, and it has 4 different cores. Core, security, data, and MVC bring compact, solid-oriented solution for complex applications. So it's great that we have something like that. So let's see and play a little bit with Mandarine. So let's just put basic code of Mandarine here. Now we're going to save it. Right, so we have a class myController, we have a hello world, and we say welcome to the Mandarine TS framework, right? So one thing that's also very important to have is a tsconfig. So we are going to create tsconfig.json, right? For that it's very important because experimental decorators are something that needs to be used right here. So I'm gonna put these kind of configurations in tsconfig.json, right? So we can very easily use them. Now let's put this together and execute it, right? Alright, so now we have our Mandarine server up and running. And when we go to localhost 8080, you will see that we get a response from that. So when we go now to localhost 8080/hello world, we get welcome to the Mandarine TS framework, right? But when you go to just localhost 8080, you will see that you will get something like this. This localhost page cannot be found. An HTTP error 404, which is logically right. You can very easily add this to just copy and paste this one here and do something like this, right? And then welcome to, or just this is the home of my great. I don't know if it has hot reloading, so we will check this out right now. Let's see, but I think it has no hot reload, so we need to restart it. But okay, let's just test this out. Okay, so I go here. You'll see that it doesn't have hot reloading, so we need to restart our server. Of course, I just want to do something like this, home, something like that. I'm going to save that, and then we're going to run it. You'll see that we will have some errors here because it's an experimental feature and it needs to have that. So, okay, we have now rerun our server and our controller. A total of 1 controller has been initialized. So great. So we restart this. So this is the home of my Great. So next thing that I want to do is create here services. So we're going to create a folder services, and then I'm going to create here with a new file. I'm going to create a books service.ts. And then here I'm going to put the following code, right? So services are a nice way within Mandarine to do dependency injection. So in this case, we have here a service, and we have here a decorator service, which is a class, and that class will have all books methods, which will return an array. It will have add books, which will have some kind of validation here, right? Because when name has already in the books array, then we'll need to say that, and otherwise we're gonna push it, right? We can get our book, right, with the book name, and then we're gonna try to find it, and we have a delete method here, right? So that's basically it. That's basically our books service. Now I'm going to create a new folder, controllers, right? And here I'm going to put books controller.ts, right? And then of course here I'm going to put the following code, which will be two words services/books service.ts, right? Here we're going to inject it into our books controller, and of course we need to add some methods. So services can very easily be injected within Mandarine, right? So here now we have also the get all books, right, which will return books, and that's just the books from our books service.ts, right? Then we have here this.books.service.get, and then we have an add, and then we have here a delete, right? One of the things that I like a little bit more is that I can do this.books service.get all books. That's better, right? So then everything goes right through the books service. So then I can very easily delete this one. So that's nicer code, right? So I'm very excited to try this out. I only need to import, the my controller, right? So books controller, from controllers / books controller. Great. So now we have imported our books controller. It needs to be picked up now by the program. And of course, I'm going to restart my server now. And here we go. We have started our server. The only thing that I see here is that Mandarine core.class, a total of 1 controllers has been initialized. So that's a little bit strange. So I'm wondering if he really recognizes the books controller. So maybe I need to put in something right here. I don't know. I need to check that. So it's important to register everything. So what we are going to do here is controllers equals, and then it's an array, right, of my controller and books controller. And this one is very important, right? But also here const services equals, and then we have something like books service. It needs to be imported, so I'm very curious. So yeah, he did that. So that makes it very easy to just register them and have it there, so that it will be injected in Mandarine core.MVC, right? So one thing that I also want to do is move it towards another file, right? We're gonna put it here in new my controller.ts, right? Of course, putting here the code, and I'm just going to copy and paste something from here. Right. So copy. So we have our my controller right here, and now of course I just want to remove that one, and I want to do something like my controller and do an auto import. So here we have auto import, and then we have just our Mandarine core. Right, I'm just gonna restart our server, and I'm very curious if this is going to work. Alright, and here we have a total of 2 controllers have been initialized. So that's very great. Of course, you can also here register middleware and other kind of things, right? But for the moment, we're just going to do this. I'm going to check get all books, and I'm also going to check the specific book, right? So we had here a book in our service, and then the book was named with cool. So normally you should see that if we go to localhost get all books, right? So, and here we go, we have get all books, and we have here name cool, author GH, year 2020, right? So that's nice. So I can very easily add here again book slash and then cool, and then you'll see that we only have that book here, right? We just selected there. If I do something like blah blah, you will see that we will get nothing, right? And it will fire out an error. So they have supported templates, EGS, handlebars, and Dunjack. So if you want to use it as a web application framework where you want to generate the HTML on the server side, you can very easily do that with EGS and handlebars. So definitely take a look at it. It's, in my opinion, a very great framework. You will find a lot of great things from Spring MVC and .NET MVC. So things are moving quickly to build something very powerful with TypeScript into Deno. This one is a very great deal, in my opinion, and something that you definitely need to check out and follow. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked it. Please subscribe to my channel, give it a thumbs up, and thank you very much. Bye.